It's Sunday, January 26, 2025, and here's an update to Kevin's layout in southern Michigan. Since I was here last, Kevin's been working a lot on some of his thoughts on his tunnel portals and scenery and so on, and he found a distributor who makes these 3D printed tunnel portals, which are really cool. And so you'll see around the layout where he's got not only the portals, but some of the walls and so on that are 3D printed specifically for each of his locations. You tell the person the radius and the angle at which the portal is, because if you're on a grade, the portal still has to be, up and down, and with the grade, he can adjust the bottom of it and so on to make them all fit. It's pretty cool. While I was here on this visit, we spent a lot of time doing planning. The planning had to do with the finalization of some of the industries and so on. Like, for example, over here, you're not going to see it very well because the lines aren't super clear, but this is going to be a fairly large scrap dealer. And that all ties together with the steel mill complex that I'll show you on the other side. He's working on getting some of his retaining walls in now for underneath the city and the station area. But over here is the part of the Walther Steel Mill complex. So did some basic assembly of the building so we would know how things would fit. But between the coal and the ore and the lime and the, let's see what I'm missing, coal, ore, lime, the products that are, when you do the processing of the coal into coke, there's some processes that get you tar and some other chemicals and things. So we've been planning for all that. But anyway, on the next trip back, then we'll have all of this completed. We also worked on finishing up and the installation of some fascia over here. We've decided that the separation between these two areas was too great to do scenery. So instead, we decided to put a fascia in and treat it almost as a two-level layout. And it's really made this much more effective when it comes to what we want to do in the lower level with a bridge that is currently parked up here because we put the fascia in, and then over here is going to be a gravel plant, and so that's going to just make this scene so much better. We also did a lot of planning on this part of the layout where he has a yard. There's going to be an overpass and a lot of structures here that we've done all the track planning through this, which will be along the street, or I should say in the street, and that'll be really a fun thing as it comes together. Kevin has also painted his tracks. You can see here's the difference between the unpainted track and then a painted track on this side. He still has a ways to go, but he'll do that over the course of the next few months, and I'll be back again sometime over the next few months. There was, because of the change of humidity and temperature, a lot of track was pushed a little bit because the benchwork had dried and shrunk a little bit. But I've had 4 different people call me over the last few weeks telling me that they've had track issues because the benchwork of the plywood has shrunk, and of course that makes the track push and then gets out of alignment. By the way, there's been my buddy Waffles has been helping me this trip. She hangs around and does good dog help. But so we, on this layout, did a little bit of work on some areas where some track had some expansion contraction issues, and so resolved all of that. So that's kind of been the lay of the land for this visit. Hopefully on the next visit, we're going to get a chance to work on some scenery, and he's going to work on getting some of the tasks that he wants to do in between completed, and so we'll have a whole other look. But so here's the overall, and look forward to catching up with everybody on the next visit. Thanks.